Hi, it's Chris with Implied Music, and today it's all about the melody. But the melody, of course, is going to suggest chords. Those chords are going to really change the way we experience a melody. Well, let's dig in. So, even a standard diatonic scale, a 7-tone scale, major or minor, I don't care which, is going to have a ton of just mathematical possibilities melodically. But what we want to talk about today is how notes are either in or out of a chord. Any melodic tone can be the root, third or fifth, or I don't know, maybe seventh. Let's just stay with root, third, and fifth today of a chord, right? And that means there's a number of possibilities. I think today we'll try to keep it within the diatonic chords. And for me, that means really just 6 possible chords. And yet, we're going to have an enormous variety of possibilities. Let's take a look at just a few simple ones today. We're kind of taking an inventory and wondering what we can get out of this bag of possibilities. Let's begin with my favorite example, 3 Blind Mice. EDC, the third, second, and first step of the C major scale. Now, clearly, every one of those notes may be the root, third, or fifth of a chord. And I'll show you what I mean. Here's the E on top now. Now, it can be the root of an E minor chord. It can be the fifth of an A minor chord, or it can be the third of a C chord. So far, in this 3-note melody, the first note of the melody could be one of 3 chords. Continuing, D may be the fifth of G, may be the root of D, D minor in this case, or it may be the third of the 7th step chord, B diminished. Really sounds like a 5-7 chord sound there, doesn't it? And then continuing further, C may be the root, C, the third, A minor, or the fifth of F. What that means is we've got, for 3 Blind Mice, a bunch of possibilities. Continuing, let's just take a little inventory. My first solution is going to be, let's record it, C, G, C, 3 Blind Mice. Third of the chord, fifth of the chord, root of the chord, 2 chords. Here's another solution. A minor, this will be pretty. D minor, F. Fifth of the chord, root of the chord, fifth of the chord. It's the same melody and it really sounds different. Wow, right? It's giving me ideas. I've got a super simple melody and already I'm getting different feeling states out of harmonizing it. Well, we need to start with E minor now, don't we? We need to start with the root of the chord. So E minor, G, now it's the fifth of the chord, and let's go to A minor, the third. I do like that one too. Not every note in the melody that you write needs to be harmonized as a root, third, or fifth. There are such things as passing tones. And passing tones are, cool sounding because they create momentary dissonances. Things rub against each other, and suspensions. Let's take another melody. This time I'm going to create one with a little bit of a leap in it. E, D, C, B, A. And I'm going to say that the target is the C. What if I do this? Since my target is C, I'm going to begin on a G chord. That E is a passing tone. Do you hear how it wants to go down to the D? But I don't let it. I make it go up to a D, and now I can resolve to a C, passing tone B to A minor. Another example, exactly the same melody. We're going to start on a G, force it to leap up to the D. I'm going to resolve to the third of A minor, and the A is now the third of F major. So it's a very different sound. Every scale degree, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, has a tendency, a place it wants to go. And yet, where it wants to go in your melody can be colored differently. It's like decorating a room. The couch could be purple, but maybe it's gold instead. The harmonization of that melody creates a giant impact on the emotional quality of the tone, the individual tone, where it is in the song. I'm always sort of interrogating the lyric about how things should be harmonized. If you write melodies before you write a chord progression, you're going to find opportunities for rethinking the harmonization of the melody. This is what happens to me. A melody will just like plop down into my mind. That melody needs to be placed in a frame. And that's what the use of this harmonization approach can do for us. It can frame the melody in a really kind of surprising and satisfying way, in a way that maybe can create new meanings for you and your audience. Well, I hope this has been useful. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.